Put it on this computer. Okay, welcome everybody to our quick speaker RizeCon speaker call this morning. Good to be with you. First and foremost, I want to just give a huge shout out and thank you for each one of you being a part of this crazy event. Some of you have been to this event. Some of you have not been to this event. And for those of you who have not, you're in for a real treat. We have an amazing lineup of you speakers that are going to be presenting, sharing with us what you know, the things that you've learned over the course of the last years and years and years in business. And we're excited to have you with us. We're excited to have you sharing your thoughts, your insights, and all the things that you've learned with the business community in Eastern Idaho. As of right now, we're roughly at we're pushing about 300 tickets. We have, another week left, and it seems like Idaho is one of those states where everyone waits till the last minute to buy anything. So I anticipate quite a few more people coming in between now and then. Just a couple items of business. First and foremost, I want to just share with you the vision of RizeCon and really where we're going, what we're trying to accomplish with this. If there's one thing that I've learned about business, it's the more we give value to the community in general, the better off we become as business owners, and the better off our business in general and the response to our business is accepted by the general public. So we've had this opportunity, like I said, for the last this is the second year to put this together, and the response last year was fantastic. We've been able to grow and scale our business more effectively as a result of this, and that's what we're hoping for you. As you're a part of this speaking engagement with RizeCon, as you're here engaging in the event as much time as you can possibly allocate to it, as you're engaging on the Whova app and connecting with other people that will be at the event, I just encourage you to really dive in and invest that time with us, because you will grow personally and you'll grow professionally. And as a region, Eastern Idaho will be able to more effectively grow and expand the ability to do business in different areas here and cross-share some of that business. If there's one thing that I really want us to become better, live higher, and elevate our businesses collectively. It's the vision, it's the mission statement of what we're doing with RizeCon, RizeX Mastermind, our whole RizeX movement. So again, thank you for being with us. We're excited to have each and every one of you, and we look forward to the presentations you're going to bring. And we hand selected, just so you're aware, we did hand select.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Can I catch you off for a minute? Hey, you've got about 10 people on a different conference call number. That's where everyone is at. I just checked my email because we sat and waited for about 8 minutes and nobody got on. So you may want to check, because you got like 8 or 9 people sitting on another conference call. I told them to check their email because I just found this.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. We did send the wrong link out initially, and we're here now. But
I told them to all check their email, so hopefully they'll start joining.
Were you on another Zoom meeting, or what room were you in?
Yeah, the original meeting that they sent out had a different meeting number and call-in number. So there was a whole handful of people just waiting on a different call-in.
Shoot. Okay.
But just thought I'd give you a heads up.
Okay. We noticed that when people weren't jumping on, we're like, what is going on? So Troy, with the 413-858-7870, is that the number that people are calling in on? I don't even know what number that is.
Yeah. So on the calendar invite, it had a totally different meeting number.
It had the same meeting number. We just forgot to put the J in.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was it's the same room number, but I don't know if you haven't played around with Zoom very much. I'm sure it could be confusing, and we just we updated the Zoom meeting and sent out that email, so hopefully they'll jump back on.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Sorry for interrupting.
We were aware of that. The minute that I saw people not coming, I'm like, oh shoot. So we sent out an email. We sent out some updates, but hopefully they'll check their email and jump on and join us. We're recording this either way, so if they do miss it, then we can make sure that everybody gets the information they're looking for. So thanks, Troy. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have, just so you all are all aware, inside the Whova app, make sure you download the Whova app first and foremost. It's going to be the place where we have all your titles. You'll have the ability to connect with people inside of there. It's a phenomenal user experience. We've used it. I was a part of a digital marketing conference down in Utah. We used it down there and really, really enjoyed the user experience and the actual connectivity that I felt as a part of that. So looks like people are jumping in here now. So I really enjoyed the user experience, and as a result of that user experience, we decided to use it here. And inside the Whova app, what I was going to share with you is inside that Whova app. I'm just going to mute the lines. Adrienne, will you just mute the lines for me? Inside the Whova app, it gives you the opportunity to connect, send emails, set up meetings, things of that nature. But in the app, it'll show you which room you're presenting. We have 3 specific isolated rooms. The first one is the main stage. The main room is the Bank of Idaho room. The second room is the Bander Investments room. These are some of our sponsorships. And then the third one is our room, which is the Arcane Marketing room. So in the Whova app, it'll tell you which ones those rooms are. We'll have those identified before the event. So if you come a little bit early, you'll be able to see that, or even before your presentation. We're having a main keynote speaker start off anyway, so you'll have some time on check-in to take a look around. Each one of you, just as a point of reference, each one of you as a speaker is considered a VIP member. So you'll get access to all of the events throughout the 2 days. And just as a point of reference, we will have a VIP event in the evening sponsored by Bank of Idaho. They've done a fantastic job. There'll be, hors d'oeuvres and drinks and things of that nature in the evening. But most importantly, we have over 100 VIP members that you'll be able to have the chance with connecting with, expanding your network with, so on and so forth. There'll be a band playing, live music. I think it's an acoustic band, and it'll be really, really good. That's in the evening on Friday. That goes from, Adrienne, 7 until 9:30, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
I'm sure some people will be hanging out, lingering a little bit based on those connections.
Is that Thursday or Friday night?
That's Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yep, Thursday night. So the event starts 9 a.m. and we start on time. So it starts 9 a.m. on Thursday. We're starting with, just so you guys are aware, some insider information. We're starting with the Native American drummers and dancers. So we're going to start it off really loud. It's going to be a kind of a cool experience. And then we'll go right into our keynote speaker. Jeff Newgard will be our opening keynote speaker. So then you'll see the agenda in the Whova app. It'll show you when you're speaking. I would suggest we will get you access to our 3 MCs. We'll have an MC in each room. In the Bank of Idaho room, Charity Hatterley will be MCing. So we'll get her a list, and she'll be reaching out to each one of you that she'll be introducing, so you guys can get to know each other a little bit better. The second room, which is the Arcane Marketing room, Heath Braverman will be doing the emceeing in that specific room. So again, we'll get him the list, have one of our suggestions. We have a meeting this afternoon, but one of our suggestions is to send him, send each of them the opportunity to connect with you beforehand so they can get your bio, get a good chance of prepping themselves, so the introduction is not reading off of the program, but it's a good solid introduction to really present you and prepare you as a person of authority in the room, so people are, so they'll listen. The last one is Patrick Toussaint. Patrick is a super dynamic guy, and he's going to be in the Bander Investments room. So those are the 3 rooms. Those are the 3 MCs. Those MCs will be introducing each one of you. I'll be popping in and out of the rooms. I'll be doing basically the front end stuff, but logistically, just so you have a point of reference there. Andex will be the AV crew. Some of you have already had some connection with them, but they will be the ones that we need to get our PowerPoint presentations to. Adrienne sent 2 emails this morning. A few. The first 2 emails that you got, the first one was for the Whova app, to download the Whova app, get in and take a look around and play around with it. The second one is the link to the Google Drive folder where we would like you to upload your PowerPoint presentation when it is completed. Now, the tricky part is we're asking, if at all possible, limit the amount of changes. Last year we had some complexity where they sent us a PowerPoint presentation. We gave it to our AV crew. They pulled it up, started doing the presentation, and the assistant for the gentleman that was speaking made some changes like the morning of, and it wasn't translated to us. So there was a little confusion in terms of their own presentation. So if you can get us the most updated presentation by the end of this week, early next week, if you need that exception, let us know, and let's make sure that's updated so that they have it. They can create the slideshow flow with all the detail. It's just easier for the AV crew if they have that beforehand, so that it doesn't feel disconnected in terms of turning the screens off, turning the screens on, so on and so forth. We will be having a 15-minute break in between each of the speaking engagements. So if you're slated to speak right after the break before, if you can get to your room, get set up, the AV crew will be there to set you up, get you tied in, and so on and so forth. Adrienne, something you wanted to add there?
Yeah, just one thing. If you do have a presentation that has some kind of video in it, we ask that you please embed the video into your PowerPoint and not just as an attachment. The internet at Shoshone is good, but with so many people in the room on their phones and utilizing that, sometimes it's hard and the video gets kind of choppy. So when it's embedded, it will flow much, much better. So
yeah, and as a point of reference on that, the best way that you could possibly do that, if you want to do that, embed it. Sometimes when you embed it, it also doesn't work. So embed it into your PowerPoint presentation, but also upload the file into that folder. And just, if you'll from a nomenclature perspective, put your name, the presentation, and then the slide that it goes on. So your name, presentation, slide that it goes on, so that they can pull it up on the actual slide deck and put it in if they need to on their end.
Brian, I'm assuming that, obviously I've looked at the slides. Do you want the RizeCon watermark or that format for all of our slides, I'm assuming?
Brian's not here. This is Tracy. And you can assume all you want, but I think I'd have you email him and ask.
Oh, I think she was Frosty. I think Troy was talking to me, so no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to Ryan Harris.
Yeah, Ryan and Brian, they sound so similar. We get it. I get it all the time. Like, Ryan, who is that? Right. So, yeah, Troy, as much as we possibly can. Adrienne, do you have any direction, insight on that? I know there's a lot of people that have submitted their presentations already, and we have the RizeX front end, and then I want to make sure you've probably all have seen on social media, you've received that, the image of come join me with your name and the RizeCon logo. We'll have that as the front end slide. And then, as much as you possibly can, yes, but if you are just hating the layout, just do whatever works best for you. If you already have presentations put together, idealistically, we'd like to have that, but if you have presentations put together, you don't want to rework it, just send us what you have, and we'll try to help facilitate that the best we can.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yep. Let's see. The last thing that I wanted just to share, all of your presentations will be audio recorded. So you'll have access to those after the presentations, after the coming months, so that you can access those. And one thing that we have done, we're in the process of starting a RizeX movement podcast. And with your permission, we'll send it out, but with your permission, we'd love to leverage some of that content that you're sharing with us on the RizeX Master or the RizeX Movement podcast. So keep that in mind as you're sharing information. If there are certain elements that are confidential and you don't want to be on the actual podcast, just let us know and we can remove those parts of the presentation. But overall, we want to continue to add, to create exposure for each one of you more effectively in the marketplace and continue to build the movement of what we're trying to do with the incredible business owners that are attached to our speaking agendas, to our attached to everything that we're doing through RizeCon. So, let me finish the VIP event. I'm sorry. So VIP event Thursday evening, and then we're going to have an exclusive VIP breakfast starting at
7. Breakfast starts at 7. Mitch Matthews starts at 7:30.
Yeah. So Mitch Matthews, former BYU football player, Kansas City Chiefs football player, will be joining us. And that will be from 7:30 till about 8:30, 8:45 on Friday morning. So you're welcome to join us for that VIP morning breakfast. It's going to be a phenomenal presentation. He's super dynamic, and we're excited to have him joining us from, I don't know where he's actually from. The Utah market most recently.
He lives in Lehigh.
Yeah. I was going to say the Utah market most recently, but if you've ever watched any of his online presence, he's very dynamic, and he's had a lot of opportunities to speak in the most recent few months and years. So, Adrienne, anything else that I missed?
I would say the only thing is maybe if you have a spouse that's going to come with you, please let us know.
Yeah.
They're welcome to come to that networking VIP evening event if we know about it ahead of time, so that I can just make sure that they have what they need to get in there. Please just send me their name and email so that I can add them to our attendee list. We'd be happy to have your spouses come with you if they're not already planning on it. That we would love to have that. So
as of right, just to give you some more logistics, we have VIP swag bags for all of our VIP members, and I was just checking out the swag bags yesterday. They're pretty legit, so that's going to be cool. And
we are sold out of VIP tickets.
We are sold out of VIP tickets, and we have 23 vendors that will have booths at the actual event. So I'll have some really good people there to network with, communicate with, in addition to all the attendees. So there will be time for your organization, if you are a vendor, to have conversations with people, bring people to your booth, have dialogue, and so on and so forth. We'll be talking with our vendors. We'll be setting up an actual vendor meeting next week to share with them exactly what that looks like. Hi, Renee. Good to have you with us.
Sorry for being late.
Okay. Part our fault too. The links were a little bit off, but good. Anything else, Adrienne, that we need to share with everybody? We recorded this as a reminder starting from the beginning. So if you did jump in late, or if it was a complexity on our end, I apologize, but we'll make sure to send this out to everyone so you can see the recorded link.
I will send out, when this is done, with the video link to it, an email with the hotel accommodations booking number again, the presentation folder, and also a link for Ahuva. So with the video link. So it'll come later this afternoon or early this afternoon, so that you guys have it.
Great. And again, I just can't express enough gratitude. I know you're busy. I know your time is worth a lot. And I appreciate and respect the fact that you're willing to dive in a little bit with us and share with us your insights, and couldn't be more grateful for the time, effort, and energy you're putting in on our behalf. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. And thank you.
Any questions? You guys have any questions at all? You guys are all pros at this. You've done it a million times, and I get it. So. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. See ya.